Hi guys, Black Legion Brascar coming to you with a bit of a different video, and one that's been quite a long time in the making. If you remember, God, about 8-9 months ago, I did a video of my Empire Captain, who is here, and I've actually finally finished the first 10 halberdiers. It's only taken me 9 months. Brilliant. So this army is really rolling forward at a pace of knots. So basically, a little bit of backstory for this actually. Both for the painting and the models. So the painting wise, it used to take me a very long time to do models, hence these guys, why they've taken so long. Recently I found it's taken me less and less time to do more models, which is fantastic. And one of the reasons is you guys. I'm very motivated to get videos done, and you guys are helping me spur myself on to have some discipline for my painting and getting it done, so thank you very much all you guys were watching for that. It's much appreciated. Now for the Empire, if you've not seen the other Empire video, it's based around a book called Grimblades, this unit, and they're halberdiers. So we have, now this is an Empire Captain model who's been finished. So I've put quite a lot of detail into him. Now he is actually just going to be the unit halberdier leader rather than actually an entire Empire hero captain. Something else you'll notice is the bases are quite glossy. That's because I used the Forge World Fresh Mud weathering powder. It's the first time I've used it, and so I dusted the model quite heavily with that, and then I watered down the powder into a paste, which I then painted onto the base and the back of the cloak. It dries quite grey, so I then put some gloss varnish over the top of it. So I want to make them look like they're going through mud, because I believe Empire soldiers look normally too prim and nice, and haven't taken haven't been in the thick of battle, and always kind of very bright colours. And so my Empire soldiers are very grubby peasants essentially. So the Empire Captain is probably the cleanest of the lot, but still quite dirty. Now let's start with one of these guys. So this is a standard halberdier. So as I say, they're quite grimy peasants. They've got sweat marks under their armpits. They've got blood spatter. Now the front rank are going to have blood spatter, are quite detailed. The subsequent ranks are going to be a little bit less detailed, as I can kind of get away with it. And then so I can get the unit done a little bit quicker. But yeah, they're blood spattered. They're where the metal meets the meat, where it comes to the fighting. So the front rank do a lot of fighting, whereas the back rank, second and third rank push forward, and the fourth and fifth rank are generally actually even getting dinner or stuff as the fighting progresses. It sounds stupid, but that's how old regiments would work. They'd pull out injured combatants and block any gaps in the front line, and guys would step forward, but otherwise the ranks were kind of almost their own separate squads. So I've also gone for some of the citadel grass tufts on there, giving this impression of marshland. I read one story which was very much against the orcs, and the Empire soldiers weren't these brave kind of fanatical warriors. They were terrified, and as the orcs warred forward, that stereotypical war as they charge forward, this kind of sound wave of energy hit the orcs, hit humans, sorry, and some of them even like wet themselves in fear and stuff. So I've tried to put that onto some of the models. So this guy here has even actually wet himself in terror. So as I say, I'm trying to make them look very grimy, very battle hardened, very kind of peasanty, rather than this clean uniform kind of crispness that you get with a lot of them. I've also done some blood spatter on them. That was done with red, which red was it? Blood red, and gloss varnish, and then flicked on with the Citadel cleaning brush. So the story goes that there's an old veteran, that's this guy, he's the kind of leader of that section. So we've got the captain who leads the entire regiment, but the captain kind of holds the regiment, this kind of grizzled veteran holds the regiment together. I could be damned if I can remember any of the names, which is a little bit irritating because I didn't read it a while ago. It was the first fantasy book I'd actually read, so if you've not read any fantasy books, read Grimblades. It's a brilliantly well done book, very nice. It's gone on so I've gone on to read things like Sigmar, Courage and Honor, things like that, and they are excellent books. So the idea is that this is a 10 wide unit of halberdiers, a horde unit. I don't know how they're going to perform in game terms. I appreciate humans are quite squishy in fantasy. So I've picked out all the eyes on these guys as well. So I want them to all look reasonably wide-eyed and terrified. I kind of wish I hadn't done blood effect on the drummer, but at the same time I think it's kind of cool that someone's come in to save him at the last minute and he's got covered in the gore of whatever enemies he's fighting. Now the banner was a little bit of a cop-out, guys, so I was terrified at doing it because it's a large amount of freehand, and I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. Then I read the Uniforms and Heraldry book and they showed me you could have diagonal squares. So I copped out and did that. I might come back to it at some point and do some kind of freehand, but I didn't feel confident in my abilities to do that side and that side the same. But those are my first 10 guys. I'm pretty pleased with them. So they're all now done. And I can move on to the next 10. So what I might do is reward myself with doing something like a cannon or something to do the next sort of stage. I do want a steam tank in there as well. So as I said, my discipline's pretty good at the moment. So I've just finished some World Eaters, which are just here. I've finished 10 of those. I've just finished the Fellblade, which is over there. I'm waiting on one part from the States. Once that's through, that'll be done. I'll do a video on that. I've done these guys. I've got another Iron Warrior project that's now being started there. And I had the Orc project, which you can just see here. So the Iron Warriors one had a wash last night. These guys got started with their first highlight. These guys, sorry, rather than the Empire. And I finished these guys and did a mixture of the three as each one was drying. So now the Iron Warriors tank is dry. I'm going to work on that until that's finished, and then I'll come to the Orcs. Then when the Orcs are done, I'm going to do my Flames of War infantry, which have been sat in the box for about 4 months looking at me. And then, yeah, I will move on to my next Iron Warriors project. So, yeah, that's my Empire. I'm really pleased with that, guys. It's a very slow build army, as you can see, but hopefully it's going to pick up pace a little bit. Thank you for watching, thanks for subscribing, and yeah, I'll bring you some more stuff very soon. Thank you, cheers, bye-bye.